So I think we're one of the rare companies that's thrived when so many have not. So conveyancing is the transfer of property from a seller to a buyer. So that is exactly the same as in Sri Lanka. However, in the UK, it's so much more complicated. Say in a typical transaction in Sri Lanka, you maybe have 4 stakeholders involved. In the UK, you can have 10. The banks or the lenders have a lot more stringent responsibilities they place on us. So we are not just acting for the person that engages us, we're acting on behalf of a number of parties. And the process itself goes into so much more detail. So we're looking at flood searches, we're looking at radon gas, we're looking at have the windows and doors been replaced, has the seller built anything that contravenes their planning permissions. So it's a much broader process. So far, it has been a whirlwind of a journey. We've grown rapidly over the last 4 years, from 3 people to 12 to 25 to 45 to 160 today in Sri Lanka. So in terms of the headcount growth and all of the challenges that comes with having that many people and hiring that many people has been incredible. And in terms of the processes and departments that we've brought here to Sri Lanka, when we bring a department to Sri Lanka, we start with a pilot. We say we are testing this, we'll see if it works. And we bring it before it's ready. We bring it before we've got everything in place. And I know I can do that here because I've got the people that can put in place those manuals, put in place that training to enable us to scale that function. So we've now done that 8 times. We've brought 8 new departments to Sri Lanka over the last 4 years. Each and every one has succeeded. And we've also grown our ability as a business as well. So when we started in Sri Lanka and when we started in the UK as well, we didn't have this focus on the customer that we now have. So over the last 4 years, not only have we just grown our headcount, we've grown departments, we've brought more to Sri Lanka, we've also fundamentally changed how our business works. The priority we put on our customers, whether that is the person paying us or whether that's another stakeholder. Everything we do is in an effort to make their experience with Muve better. There's 2 parts to our growth vision. One is we want to be one of the top 5 conveyancers by 2025 in the UK. So that will mean growing from where we are another 3 to 4 times. Secondly, we want to create as many good jobs in Sri Lanka as possible. So that is challenging, first and foremost, challenging roles with good pay, good incentives, and career progression. We don't just want people to come to Muve and work here for a few years and move on. We want to create careers for people in conveyancing, which I would also say 4 years ago, I didn't know if that was possible. However, I think 4 years later, I'm so much more confident that we can create careers for people. We're a Western company from the start, and we wanted to make sure we were doing that from the start as well. So in terms of the flexibility of work from home and work from office, that was a concept we were driving towards before COVID forced everybody into it. In terms of how our hierarchies are based, this is a company where if you want to come and talk to me, if you want to go and talk to David, our CEO in the UK, you can. Our door, or the virtual door, is always open. And we try and maintain as small kind of power distances as possible. And then within our office, we have pool tables coming soon, table tennis, we've got beanbags. So we're trying to embrace that more kind of techie culture that the Googles, Facebooks, and the Sri Lankan equivalents are having as well, which in a legal business is unheard of. Not all of our investors in our business were gung-ho behind what me and one of the other directors wanted to do. the vision that we had as to what Muve Colombo could be. So every time we piloted a new department coming to Sri Lanka, that was convincing to be done. And it was obviously me putting my name on the line and saying, no, I believe we can do this. But now I have no issue taking those risks, because time after time, we pilot a new department and we succeed. We succeed every time. And that is testament to the people that we have here in Sri Lanka, who we hire and who we embed into our Muve culture. So I think, like most business leaders, this last year has been the biggest lesson that we were not prepared for. So heading into the COVID crisis, we were tying up an investment round in the UK. We did not have much cash to run the business with the revenue drops that were to come. But we knew that we could not do the wrong thing by our people. So trying to balance the right thing by company, by investors, and by the people, ultimately there is the same answer to all three of those, but the challenge is finding that. So numerous times in the last year, not just because of lockdowns, but because of having too much work, of market conditions suddenly changing, the cases that we do taking 25% longer than we ever budgeted. All of these things led us to have to make really tough decisions as to what to do, and constrained by not being able to, or not allowing ourselves to do the wrong thing by the customer. So yeah, this last year, I think every few months we learn something completely new, and we make mistakes as well. I've told all of the staff here and in the UK both, we have made mistakes in the last year, and like most business leaders, we weren't ready. We were not prepared to have our revenue drop by 90% in a month. I don't think many businesses are, but I think overall we've done a good job. We've emerged stronger, bigger, and in a better position, ultimately doing what we want to do, which is delivering excellent conveyancing services.